Welcome, Grizzly Nation. We are on top of the hill today, traveling to Windham to face the Jaguars, who are 0-1, the Grizzlies 1-0. I'm Al Potvin, voice of the Grizzlies for GTV Sports, and Scott Gross, as always. Scott, we're on top of the hill.
And it's an early start for us, 10 o'clock here, because we're not going live, so 10 a.m. The game got switched. The coach for the Jaguars
has a wedding.
His brother is getting married. He's the best man. He asked Coach Huff if they would mind rescheduling, and of course
the sportsman-like
exactly.
coach.
You know, and it's a fraternity. These football coaches, they help each other out.
Well, we're getting set for kickoff here. The visiting Grizzlies are in white. They are traveling right to left across your TV screen, and they have chosen to kick over to Windham. Windham set back to receive.
This is a really critical game for Goffstown. I know it's only week 2, but they had a real big win against Pinkerton, and they need the momentum here.
Good high kick for the Grizzlies. Received at the 19-yard line, up around the close sideline.
This could be trouble.
He's got some line. He's got to break towards the middle. Plows over
Strickland,
yeah. And he's down at about the 44-yard line. Jaguars will be 1st and 10 from their own 44.
You know, interestingly on that one, that was a high kick, but it didn't get a whole lot of distance to it. I think the ball was probably kicked to about the 15-yard line.
Scott, a quick observation that we commented before we went on air is the vantage point up here is quite nice. We can see the field, see the hash marks. Everything's well marked, and it's going to be easy to call a game. Jaguars right up the middle, moving the pile significantly, about 6 yards at about midfield. Pickup of 5 on the gain for the Jaguars.
And that's not good sign if you're Goffstown. Well, that was a big push right there.
And that's a big front line for the Grizzlies, so that's a significant push. The Jaguars we have number 28 at quarterback. That's Thomas Travers. 28, yeah, Scott, that's Thomas Travers is the quarterback. He's getting both calls so far right up the middle. Everyone looking at their wristband. Maybe it's their iWatch. I don't know what they're looking at, Scott, but maybe Apple is telling them what to play.
Yeah, Goffstown is playing like a spread defense.
Oh, we're going to have an offsides.
No, I don't know about offsides. I think that could be on the offense because I don't know if he crossed the plane. It's hard to tell from this vantage point. Let's see.
Either way, Scott, they only have about less than a yard to go for a first down. It's 3rd down right now, and it is.
So it is an offsides by Goffstown, which then
gives it first down for the Grizzlies. For the Jaguars. From the Grizzly 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Jaguars moving quite well so far with 3 plays.
Notice the defensive line for Goffstown. There's a lot of spacing in between. You've got a 3-man front.
Travers under center goes right up the middle again. One more time, picks up about 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, they're looking to go over the center and the right guard, and they're getting a good 3-4 yards a clip here. They seem to be content, Allen, running the ball.
Well, listen, you got Salem that runs the ball. They look at you, they tell you we're going to run it up the middle, and they run it up the middle. You got Exeter. We're going to run the ball, we're going to run it up the middle, and we're going to bring it right out. Looks like Jaguars are in the same suit. Oh, we got an offsides there.
That's going to be motion on Windham. He jumped.
Oh, he absolutely jumped.
Yeah.
Number 53 for Windham, who jumped off. That's Mason Belsky. That's going to bring them back they're not too much damage, Scott. They're just going to be 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars.
So they've been fortunate. They're picking up 4 or 5 yards at a clip
on every carry. They're moving the line significantly. Now the Grizzlies are coming to block that. Capos gets in there. He eludes him. Scott, who had the ball? Oh, there's a guy on the bottom, number 34.
34.
For the Jaguars. That's Riley Damaris.
So you made a really good point there, Alan. I mean, Capos was right there, split second after that handoff. And they're running to his side, which is a bit surprising. He's a big boy.
Yeah, Travers is being spoken to by the official. Maybe something on the exchange, Scott, or maybe it looks a little like a false start, perhaps.
Well, he might have a cut or something. You never know. So now in comes another.
Yeah, number 29 checking in for Travers. That is Stephen Megg.
It's his visor. His visor is too dark.
His visor is too dark, so we might have an equipment issue for the quarterback. I didn't even know he had a visor. Yeah, it's too reflective, perhaps.
Yeah.
They're taking that off. What? Well, why would they issue that and even put it on to begin with? So, anyways, here are the Jaguars. 3rd down and about 7 to go. Hands it off right up the middle, but he's stuffed right away. Scott, who was that for the Grizzlies who stuffed him?
Number 3, it looked like.
He just absorbed him.
Yeah, Hanault is really.
That was number 26 for the Grizzlies, Scott.
Okay.
Hey, look, is there a 26?
No, I thought it was number 3. I thought it was Hanault on that tackle.
It's the big guy right next to Hanault. Is that 56?
76.
That's Leidick. 76. That's
Nathan
Belanger.
Yeah,
he's a big kid. Nathan Belanger, 6'3", 257. Here come the Grizzlies. 4th down. Jaguars are going for it.
He could be blitzing here.
Maybe they're just trying to catch him off sides. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, the pooch kick. Oh, that's a great kick. That's going to get it all the way down.
Though, and
lands
that's
on the 11-yard line.
Beautiful kick.
Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line, deep into their own territory with their back against the wall. We'll see what Grizzlies offense has today.
Yeah, I'm hoping the scoreboard works. I don't know if we can get a picture of the scoreboard for us, but it's a little bit hard for us in a game where we don't really have
not much visual.
We don't have a whole lot of visual here, and on that one, trying to keep track of all the downs.
Well, Scott, here come Hanault leading the Grizzlies one more time. Did an effective job last week. Had a great game.
So they're deep in their own territory, and I think here you got to be careful. You don't want to have any turnovers here.
Well, Scott, what's interesting here, right away they go into the one-back setback, and they got 4 wideouts right up the middle.
He's stuffed, though. He lost yardage.
He lost 3 yards on the play.
Yeah.
That's number 23 for the Grizzlies. That's Zach Picard with the carry. Loss of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Grizzlies. Deep, Scott. I mean, their back is against the wall.
And this is where you got to be careful. One little miscue.
But, Scott, look at all the weapons deployed. 4 wide receivers. You just meet one. I got to believe one of these kids is faster than a Windham kid. Hanault keeps it right up the right side, right back towards the middle, picking up some gains that were previously lost. He's going to get forward, gain on that. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play, Scott.
Yeah, this is where, the strength of Jared Hanault. Goffstown's been blessed to have some really strong QBs, and Hanault is in that line of succession, just really a strong guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Scott, look at him. He's 6'3", 187. It's not a small kid. And you're right, all the past Grizzlies quarterbacks have been, significantly over 6 feet.
Yeah. And he has a really nice balance, I think, between that strength as a runner, and he has a good arm, too.
No safeties.
Up the middle.
Right up the middle. Picard one more time, still on his feet, picking
up
first down.
That was beautiful.
He's across the 25-yard line, down at the 26, 1st and 10. Grizzlies moving the ball nicely.
And that was really nice blocking by the Marcus Rush was one of the guys on a nice block there on the line. They're going over that left side of the line.
Scott, I think they're running these plays just to kind of get a temperament to see also what the speed of the cornerbacks may be. Find out which one and then go for the attack. Maybe it's on this play we're going to see a deep threat here. We got 4 wideouts, one on the bottom of your screen. Nope. Hanault to keep it right up the middle, picking up 4 yards again on the play. Nice carry by Hanault.
Yeah, they seemed content to be running the ball. So that both teams early on are very, very content to run the ball, and they're running it up the middle.
And, Scott, that's a good sign because that means the clock gets going and maybe we get out of here before we see any rain today.
We do have a pretty good vantage point up here on top of this hill.
I'm actually enjoying this.
Yeah.
Hanault from the shotgun. Picard, Hanault keeps it, cuts back towards the middle, still on his feet, picking up first down. He's down at about the 39-yard line. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10, moving the chains for the Grizzlies.
Again, they're going to that left side of that line for Goffstown, creating a lot of holes.
Hinault with Picard in the backfield. Bottom of your screen is number 10, Lopez.
This is where
24 in the slot position. That's Jeremy Hinault. We saw a couple of attempts last week to that backyard pass between the brothers. Hinault keeps it himself, picking up big yardage again, about 5 on the play.
So this really underscores this whole read option where Hinault has to read where the safety is, where the linebackers are. Here he saw that the safety dropped back into coverage.
Yep.
And he holds the ball, runs up the middle.
Scott,
it's
we've
mental.
learned that it's a lot of the timing. I mean,
it is.
Arguably the best combination there was Bork and Casey, right? I mean,
Yep.
they really played that well. Casey did a great job, faking the handoff, and we're seeing Hinault just picking up where everyone left off.
And that's going to be motion, I think, on Goffstown.
Flag on the play well before the play
False start.
It's going to hurt the Grizzlies by 5. They're going to end up with just about maybe second down with, is that 10 or 5 yards, Scott?
That's going to be a 5-yarder, yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Grizzlies.
It's interesting. That's more penalties in this quarter than Goffstown had the whole game against Pinkerton.
Right.
Which is not uncommon in the first 3-4 weeks of a season. So
but it was unusual not to see anything last
They had
week.
a super clean game. And the refs kind of.
Scott, how did Neil do at the end of the game?
Excellent.
The guy's a talent, isn't he?
He's smart. He knows the game.
He really knows the game.
This is nothing right here.
Picard right there. You're going to get
Look at him. Look at him.
Still on his feet. Stretches out to the 41-yard line. Picks up 3 yards on the play.
He made something out of nothing there.
Someone's grabbing their knee. That's Capos.
Oh, no.
Slow to get up. He's grabbing his shin or his knee. He looks like he's in some pain. Oh, the poor kid. That's, again, number 58, Antonio Capos.
Oh, that's what you don't want to see there.
Scott, how do you replace 6'5", 276?
You don't.
There's not many 6'5" kids on the sideline.
And it's never, when the coaches are coming out.
Scott, we mentioned earlier before the broadcast, before we were live or before we were on, was that just the quantity of the players. So not just the depth of the team, but, when you don't have all that many people on the sideline, literally big shoes to fill. He's got to be a 13 or a 14.
No, I think he has like a size 17 or 18 shoe.
17?
Yes, I am not kidding you. I think he has that size, yeah.
He has the special order shoes, Scott.
Yeah.
He can't go into super shoes, I don't think. Super shoes,
no, I think.
You go online for 17, 18?
They're done, right? Payless is done.
Yeah, I mean, but Scott, he's still on the field.
Yeah.
They got both trainers and they got the coaches. We don't have.
Yeah, and the helmet's off. This is not a good sign.
Scott, were you able to see any of the play?
I didn't. And I didn't see it. It looked like it was just a regular, typical running play. But
sure.
Here's what happened on that play was that Picard, the pile kept on moving and moving and moving, and then there was this guys just kind of crashing in.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you can get your knee rolled, and there's so
I don't
many
think
things.
anybody just stepped
on
it.
No,
I think it's just more.
It's just a consequence, I think, of just a herd of football players all kind of pushing the pile. All it takes is like somebody to go on the side of your knee and
twist and twist the wrong way.
Yeah.
So we have a delay here in the first quarter. With 5:13 remaining in the first quarter, we are scoreless here in Windham. Goffstown does have the ball. It's 3rd down with about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we'll come back.
All right. Fans, welcome back to Windham here, where the Grizzlies quickly get back right to the line of scrimmage. They are 3rd down with about 7 yards to go. Capos helped off the field after an injury. Hinault rolling right. He's looking to pass, going downfield. Has an open receiver. That's Perry through his arms. Tough catch. Had to jump high on that one, Scott.
Yeah, that was interesting because if Perry comes back, if that ball was thrown a little bit more to him, he could have picked up a pass interference on that because the defender had his back to the receiver.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up 4th down with 7 yards to go for the Grizzlies. Set back to kick for the Grizzlies is number 23. That's Zach Picard. Not only does he run, but he puts his legs in other use.
I'm always amazed how deep.
Good snap. Good punt for the Grizzlies all the way down. Lands at about the 27-yard line, and it gets the Grizzly roll all the way down to the 12-yard line. Jaguars will be first and 10 from their own 12.
I know I sound like a broken record, which is, I guess, it states my age, but both in this
Broden's
league,
like a broken MP3.
yeah, he's a broken MP3 or whatever. But these on punts, they always play so far back, and the ball always lands in front of them, and it always goes.
Well,
it's like, I mean, how often? When have you seen a punt go over a receiver?
Oh, very rarely.
Almost never.
No. So the Jaguars have their back against the wall here from their own 12-yard line. Grizzlies would really like to take advantage of this. Maybe a turnover here, Scott. But under center without his visor this time is number 28. That's Travers.
And that was that hole quickly closed up. And,
Scott, I got to tell you, if that's their gameplay today, I think it's quickly going to close up. They're not going to get much progress, I don't think.
And that was 43 on the tackle for Hager.
Scott, number 28
is Thomas Travers.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm trying to see what year is he. If he's a young,
he's a sophomore.
Oh yeah, Scott. So they're not even passing the ball. Oh, here he
They are
goes
now.
on the pass. He's looking up the middle. High pass has a receiver caught. That's trouble across the 50.
He'll get tackled.
He's across the
maybe
30.
not.
He's making a dart towards the corner, and that's going to
He's
be a
gonna
touchdown. That's number 99 for the Jaguars. That's Joey DeSilva with a connect. Just as I said, the sophomore quarterback wouldn't throw.
But much like last week, Jeremy Hinault, they're picking on him, no doubt. So he got beat on that play. No safety help. That's the key there. It's the cornerback is on an island, and he throws one up beautifully.
Gutsy play call right up the middle. I mean, they're going right after it.
Yeah, but that was a good call because they ran the ball, I think, 10 times in a row, right, or a lot, and now they throw it up.
Going for the kick. Scott, is that number 42? Looks like 42. That's Sweeney, Josh Sweeney.
That looks
That's
like
plenty
it's
of leg.
good.
Adam Burke is the kicker. Oh, I'm
so that's
sorry.
really
That's
all
Adam Burke. Thank you. I didn't have my glasses.
That's all that it takes. It's just one play. So Goffstown's defense was kind of holding them, but that one play, that's all it takes.
One play, and the Grizzlies find themselves down by 7 here, visiting the Jaguars of Windham. With 3:58 on the clock in the first quarter, your Grizzlies trail by 7.
And I think what really that underscores, too, is that, Goffstown is going to need to throw the ball. They're going to have to have success throwing the ball.
And they have had success.
Right. My point being is that they've had success on the ground, but that should free up a pass. So just like the Jaguars were just showing run, and then they threw it, Goffstown can do something similar.
Scott, we've been doing this for years now. Nothing to be trailing by 7. We were trailing 21-6 last week. Come back at the half, and all of a sudden we end up beating Pinkerton. So, Huff will take a look at this. He'll take a look at the good, the bad. They'll make adjustments, and Grizzlies will come right back. Set back to the receive for the Grizzlies. We have Poyo. We have Lopez. We have Perry. And who's on the 25, Scott, in the middle of the field? That's Hinault.
That is touched by Goffstown.
Yep, we got to grab that one. Hinault does a smart thing. He covers it right up. At the 26-yard line, Grizzlies will be first and 10. This time a little more breathing room, Scott.
I think what you're going to see on these from here on in is that most of the Division I opponents know Goffstown's little razzle-dazzle play.
Yeah.
And they're kicking the ball now short. They're kicking the ball. Line drives. They're not letting them set up.
Scott, the other thing that will be interesting is give Coach Huff another couple days, another couple weeks. He'll figure out another squib play for that type of kick. Hinault, this time, is that Picard? That's Picard in the backfield.
I thought he moved.
Hinault takes it right up the middle, gets wrapped up right away. That's going to be
where
loss
you
of
want
about 1 yard on the play.
Right.
I don't see a flag down on the field.
That's where I think, too, where the referees, when anytime a player stops their forward momentum, you got to blow the whistle. So that'll be a second and
11 for the Grizzlies. Hinault with Picard. 4 wideouts. Perry in motion.
Motion on Goff. That's movement again.
Yep.
Now keep in mind.
False start.
Yep. So this is where when you lose a player like Capos, that
it does throw it off a bit.
It throws it off.
So Scott, who's come in for him? I think it's 55. Kyle Merrin. He's a senior, 6'3", 247. Another big body,
right?
But maybe not as much experience. Little closer package here, Scott. Hinault looking to pass. Quick pass out. Pass is complete to Picard. He's got the first down and more out at about the 40-yard line. Grizzlies move the chains, 1st and 10. That's a nice play.
And that's a beautiful throw, under pressure, by the way. So that was Hinault, who had somebody right on his back, and he was able to fire a bullet over
Scott,
the sideline.
As we got here warming up, we saw that play. They were working that play, and they connected multiple times. Clearly in stride. Excellent pass right where Picard wanted to see it. We got 3 wideouts at the bottom of your screen. Lopez at the top of your screen. Hinault from the shotgun. Right up the middle, takes it himself. He scoops out to the outside, picks up 3 yards on the carry.
Nice run by Hinault. And again, Goffstown's going to have to keep going in terms of that running game, because that will free up the passes.
Grizzlies are approaching midfield. The ball is on the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7.
I saw in practices, and even in the Jamboree, they ran a couple of screen plays, which they don't usually have a whole lot in their arsenal, but that will also help to diffuse when you have a pass rush that keeps coming in with intensity. That can kind of slow them down a bit.
Hinault in motion. Right up the middle to Picard. He gets stumped right away by the Jaguars. That looks like that's number 33 for the Jaguars. That's Bobby DeSico.
He picked up about 2 yards on that one. I think he's got about 6 or 7 for a first down. They got to get to the 48-yard line
for the first, and it's 3rd down with about 4 to go, Scott.
Yep.
Approaching midfield, Scott, this might be, we've seen Huff, you make the play even on 4th down to go for it.
I think it'll depend how many yards they pick up here. It's not desperation at this point.
Hinault set back to pass. Looking, oh my God.
He got killed.
Number 33, Bobby DeSico comes right in and buries Hinault with a loss of about 4 yards on the play.
So this is where a great play by Windham. They drew up a blitz, and DeSico just buried Hinault on that. But
Scott, he looked like he came untouched.
He did. He came totally clean, and this is where you're going to have to start seeing some different plays by Goffstown now, because the safeties and the linebackers are having free reign there.
Picard set to kick. He's standing on his own 20. Good snap. Excellent kick, nice and high and far, all the way down to the 35-yard line, where the Jaguars catch it, fall right to the ground with 1:06 remaining in the first quarter. Grizzlies trail by 7.
That was a good little bit of acrobatics there by Wyndham's, 34.
I think he just wanted to make sure he caught the ball.
No, and one of the things that people who play the game know, that catching a punt is probably one of the most difficult things to do.
When you have 11 guys, 10 guys charging at you.
Yeah,
Scott,
kickoffs are one thing.
It's
Punts,
intimidating.
Totally different.
Travers hands off right up the middle, goes nowhere. That's number 34 on the carry. Riley Damaris, no gain on the play.
And on that one, Cody, number 2, with the tackle. He had a nice ankle tackle there.
Scott, looks like they gave him maybe a 1-yard gain on the play, but Travis, they're making quick motion of the play, Scott. They're moving the clock. They're keeping things going. No huddle, really. Travis to the left side, hands it off. Buried right away by a gaggle of Grizzlies. Moved them back by a yard of what they gained on the previous play. That's number 33. He's everywhere. That's DeSico. Boy, that's what a defender he is.
Yeah, Belanger on the tackle there. Now 3rd down and long. Probably a good 8 yards. This is a really big stop for Goffstown.
3rd down with 7 to go. 20 seconds on the clock. Travers, he's getting rushed. 34 on the hustle. He's across the 40. He's across midfield. He's got the first down and more.
And that's a flag.
We got a flag on
Hinault?
On Hinault, it looks like. We're going to have a penalty here. That might be 15 yards, Scott.
Or did he get pushed? That's the key.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, there's a flag on the play.
I can't tell if it was a Wyndham player or a Goffstown player.
Personal foul on the Grizzlies. Give him another 15 from the spot of the foul, right?
Yeah, so that was probably on Hinault, I'm thinking.
Yeah, now they're going to be at the 35-yard line. Now,
what a big turn of events. You talked about a 3rd down and 8, and now that's a 30.
On the rush, Scott, putting a lot of pressure was Brad Baxter. He was chasing Travis all the way down, and then unfortunately that penalty comes out and gives him an extra 15 yards.
So this becomes now, when you're ever in this area, it's always 4th down.
Absolutely. They're going to have 4 fresh downs with 9 seconds in the first quarter remaining. We'll have one play, and then we'll go right into the second. Travers already leaning forward, right up the middle, picking up about 2 or 3. Still
More.
on his feet. Picking up maybe 10 yards on that
And it's
carry.
another flag. I think you guys see a face mask here.
Okay, so they don't call the face mask on Jared.
I don't know yet, but
Scott, he's going to be short of the first down for sure.
let's see what we got here. There's two things at play. You're either going to have an offensive lineman who just pushed from behind, which you're allowed to do, but if you give an advantage to the runner, that is illegal. But I thought it might have been a face mask. It's going to be on Windham.
Yeah, we got to push on. You can't push your running back.
That's
player
exactly what
forward.
it was. Yeah.
So that's going to bring back some of their gain on the play. That'll bring up
It should be first and 10 again.
1st and 10 again.
5 yards.
2.5 seconds, Scott.
Penalty. That is a 10-yard penalty.
They're giving him 5-yard penalty.
No, it's a 10-yard.
Is it?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be 1st and 15
And
now.
that comes to a close. The first quarter, Grizzlies trail the home team, Windham Jaguars, 7-0.
So to kind of recap that first quarter, difficult news for Goffstown in terms of Antonio Capos getting injured in that first quarter. Tough loss for Goffstown. The play so far has been that touchdown.
Yeah, and Scott, if you think about it, I mean, take a peek at the
Getting a little bit of rain here.
Grizzlies doing a good job on the defense on the run, but that one pass play
Yep.
kind of gives it up. Yeah, we're going to get rained on, and we don't have much of an umbrella here.
I'll be right back.
Hi, welcome to the broadcast. We have Broden, cameraman, and fill-in commentator. Broden, say something.
I guess I also have another job here. I'm holding an umbrella over the camera right now.
Broden, you do it all. You do it all.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the rain.
Oh, it's getting windy too. It's getting a little breezy up here on what they call Jaguar.
Mount Jaguar.
Mount
call
Jaguar, yeah.
it. Yeah.
Getting
that
a
one's
little-
mine. Well, technically Al's.
Getting a little windy.
Oh boy. This one ain't gonna cut it.
We're gonna try and do the old plastic bag trick and toss a plastic bag over the camera here. So we'll be right back. Oh, and of course the game is starting.
All right, so I'll get going here. Scott's helping with the
We're
rain.
good.
Jaguars. Travers keeps it. Look, spinning around all the way, gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Travers moving the ball nicely for the Jaguars.
So we got a second down and about, 9?
Second down with about 9 yards to go. Whoa, that's
oh, man.
encroachment on the defense.
52.
That's going to bring up 5 yards
That was-
extra for the Jags.
That's Dalton, and that's another unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott, interesting observation you made earlier. Last week, no penalties. This week, already we've seen multiple, more than we want.
It's been at least 4, maybe 5, and just through not even halfway through the second quarter.
All right, you guys are leading with your voice right now.
All right, so as we fix the camera to prevent it from getting rained on, we got
Travis, we
another
had another
penalty.
flag.
That's going to be on the offense.
I
think.
agree. I think that's on the
That's
offense.
motion on the offense.
Yep. That's bringing that back. So they're going to be finding themselves about second down with about 8, 9.
It's crazy. It's like I brought this $20 plastic bag that Broden just put a hole in. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. It's not going to carry anything. I'm only kidding with him, but we're trying to protect our equipment here.
Travers up to the right side, hands off late. Picks up 4 yards on the carry. That's number 34 for the Jaguars, Riley Damaris.
And that'll bring up, a third down and 5? Maybe, I think it's more like 6.
3rd and 5, Scott. Like we said, we're in 4-down territory. Travers brings the Jaguars. He's under center, has 2 in the backfield. Handoff right up the middle.
He's stuffed.
That's 33. That's DeSico. Yeah, he's well short of the first down, but it's 4th down, and Scott, they're in the territory. Of course
they're going to go for it. There was 34. Brad Baxter with the initial hit.
Pick up a 3 on the play, but they're still well short of the first down. 4th down territory with 10:20 on the clock.
Well, plastic bag's not going to work.
And it's a big play here for Windham. And another.
Yeah.
Oh, he got back.
You got back. You got back.
That was that Dalton again, or who was that? That wasn't Dalton. That was can't tell.
That was Dalton.
Travers under center. Keeps it himself, looking for the option play.
He's got
the first down. He's twisting and turning. He's down at about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. Big play for the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's tough, too, on an option. So it's a first down. That's always the fear when you get to this part of the field, is that every team is going to go for it because they don't have field goal kickers who can consistently hit a 40-yard field goal. Goffstown a little bit on its heels right now. Also kind of quiet on the sidelines.
First and 10, pass play. Travers is up, has an open receiver. Number 14 caught. That's Peterson, Cole Peterson. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
It's really close to a first, and it is a first, I think. No?
Yeah, it's going to be first and goal for the Jaguars.
So it's starting to rain here in Windham.
It's starting to really come down now.
Yeah. And to think that I was going to bring my pop-up tent, and I'm like, I looked at the forecast, and I didn't see anything.
Travers, right up the middle. That's a touchdown. That's going to put another 6 on the board for the Jaguars. Scott, who was that? That's number 28. That's Travers, quarterback keeper on the play. 13-0 Jaguars lead over Grizzlies.
So right now it's all the Windham Jaguars. And after, I think that Goffstown was playing them pretty tough. That injury to K-Post kind of took the wind out of the sails of Goffstown. No doubt. Whenever you see a teammate, go down.
Oh, it affects you.
It does.
Sure.
It mentally affects you. They're going to have to try to snap out of it here.
Set to kick for the Jaguars, number 42, Adam Burke. Extra point. Plenty of leg.
Yeah,
nice down the middle. That's another 7. Another 1 added to 7, so 14-0 Jaguars over the Grizzlies with 9:28 in the second quarter.
So as I was saying, you were saying before, Goffstown was down by 16 points at the half. It's, football is about resiliency. It's about,
Oh, and look at this. Late coming in, we do have an easy up.
Yeah.
An excellent score by Broden. Cameraman, stand-in color commentator, umbrella holder.
All right, so Alan, it's going to be all you while I help him.
Okay, you help him get us set up, and let's get undercover. Grizzlies set back to receive the kick. We have Lopez, we have Perry, we have Poyo, we have Baxter, and we have Hanault. And 56 for the short range coming in is Leidick. He's a sophomore, 6 feet, 174. Set to kick for Burke for the Jaguars. 9:28 in the first half remaining. Burke with a little squib burner on the ground. Perry grabs it. Razzle-dazzle play. That's Poyo coming up the sideline across the 40. He's out of bounds. He's at the 42-yard line. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10. Nice return for the Grizzlies. There's that little razzle-dazzle play that we were talking about earlier. Line drive kick to Perry. Bounces off his chest, be able to recover, gives it to Poyo, and he runs up on the close sideline. Grizzlies 1st and 10 from their own 42.
Oh, we did it.
Nice job with the easy up, fellas.
Wow.
Hanault, pass it, hands off right up the middle. Pickup of about 7-8 yards on the carry. Nice handoff to Picard.
So I missed Goffstown's best play while I'm putting up a tent. Wonder if they're going to throw the ball to, say, Jonah Lopez soon.
Wouldn't that be nice? As I was leaving the field at the beginning of the third quarter, or end of the third quarter last week, they scored right at the end. That's Picard one more time, coming up to midfield, just shy of midfield. He moves the chain. No, not the chains, but he picked up about 4 on the play, Scott.
So I'll bring up, a 3rd down, and I'm thinking 3. But I'm also thinking that down 14 points on the 50-yard line, you're going to go. You're going to go for it.
They're in that range for sure.
Now it's the ball is wet here, folks. So this is always the challenge in rainy conditions. Can you hold on to it? But Card looks like he was tying his shoelace there.
Hinault looking to pass right up the middle. Oh, out to the outside. That is Picard.
He lost yards.
Lost 2
a
yards
lot.
on the play.
Yeah,
And Scott,
yeah.
I got to tell you, Strickland had an open route.
Yeah, that play looked to me, it was so predictable. I saw where that ball was going right from up top here, and if you're a defender, you probably saw the same thing.
Yep. Picard set to kick for the Grizzlies. It's 4th and long. They're choosing to punt. Picard from his own 35.
Very nice kick.
Very good kick all the way to Damaris. He's just going to let it roll.
You better
that
hurry
gets
up.
a Grizzly roll all the way down to the 8-yard line. Jaguars will be pinned against the wall from their own 8. We'll see what they can do.
Kind of just what they needed. Goffstown, a really good punt there for them. But in terms of now, it's all about the defense. The Goffstown defense.
They've got to stop them on this run,
They must
Scott.
stop Windham. And let's give some credit to Windham. They have run the ball so extremely well. And not only that, but they've had long drives.
Well, Jaguars pinned against their own wall here from their own. It looks, Scott, is it the 8? It looks like about the 8-yard line.
8-yard line.
Travers is under center, 2 in the backfield. Hands it off right up the middle.
And he picks up about 5 on that
Yeah.
play.
Scott, would like to thank the Jaguars, home team Windham Jaguars, for letting us borrow this easy up. The rain is starting to come down significantly, and this is awfully nice of Windham to loan us the easy up.
I'm stepping in once again for Scott here. He's doing some good deeds.
Travers keeps it right up
handing
the
out
middle.
Umbrellas.
Doing stuff on the fly.
Scott, it looks like there's 2 number 28s on the Jaguars, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's definitely Travers is the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, they gave us. Looks like they gave us every single player, both freshmen and I'm looking at 9th grade. We're not going to see any freshmen. I doubt.
Travers keeps it himself right up the middle. Quarterback sneak, short gain to
He's
grab,
got it,
and it
though.
looks like he might have it.
Yeah, he had to get to the 19, and I think they did. And it is a first down.
First down for the Jaguars. They give them some more breathing room. They are 1st and 10 with 6:20 remaining in the first half. They lead the Grizzlies 14-0 here at Mount. What do they call it? Mount Jaguar.
Mount Jaguar. So again, you'll see Goffstown. They're vulnerable right now to a pass. Although there's no receivers, but if somebody goes out into a
Travers
seam,
hands off up the middle. They're still moving the pile. They're going to pick up about 3 on that play.
So it's been all Windham in this first half. They lead 14-0 with under 6 minutes to play. And really, Goffstown has to stop them or find a way to stop Windham. So now Windham looks like they're in a 2-receiver set.
2 in the backfield, 2 receivers. Travers keeps it himself, looking for the option, pitches it out at the right time. Pick up a first down on the play. That's number 33 on the carry. That's DeSico. What a nice pitch. And, Scott, perfect timing on that pitch for the Jaguars.
And that's a lot of practice goes into that because the timing, is, as you said, it has to be spot on.
And it was. That was picture perfect. That brings up 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. They're moving the ball nicely.
Well, that's
from
what
being pinned from their own 8.
And that's what being able to run the ball does for you. Creates
Looks like the same play.
Yeah.
Fakes that option. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the carry. Bring it up 2nd and long with 5 minutes remaining. Clock is keep ticking away, Scott.
And what we don't know is does Goffstown practice against that pitch? So a lot of times they look at film of a team, and if somebody throws a new wrinkle in, then your defense is not prepared for that. And you have to know which player to key on in those pitch situations.
Travers with 2 in the backfield and 2 wide out. Right up the middle.
Yeah.
Looks like DeSico. Scott, if he gained a yard, that he'd be lucky on that play. I don't think he gained much of anything on that play. It looks like they might give him 1 yard.
Yeah, 3rd down and about 7. One thing that I also like about Windham is you notice the cadence in terms of their offense. They go fast, they go slow, they mix it up a lot. So Goffstown's defense is always on its heels.
Well, they're caught off guard oftentimes.
Exactly. Just look at it.
And maybe that's why you have
hard
significantly more penalties here. Travers hands it off right up the middle. We're going to pick up about maybe 3 on the carry.
So that'll be a 4th down and 3. They'll punt here. Now Goffstown will get the ball back.
Scott, I don't think they're punting. I think they're going for it. I don't know. No, Travers is coming right back. It's 4th down.
I just don't think you want to give a team momentum here. I just don't, but trying maybe to get a hard count to see if they can draw them off sides.
Yeah,
maybe
but
that's what they're trying to do.
Setback is yeah, we're going to get a pooch kick. Maybe Damaris or Tesico.
Yeah, they're
probably
not,
Damaris. They're not going to.
They're not going to do anything. Now it's 5 seconds now.
Yep, they went for it. They're going with that option. Travers keeps it.
He got it.
Ball is loose.
And now he doesn't have it anymore.
Nope. It looks like Hanault may have it.
It won't matter. Yeah, Goffstown would want the ball, but if not,
that's not Hanault. That's number 2 for the Grizzlies.
It's 4th down anyway.
That's Cody.
So it doesn't matter. It's going to be Goffstown's ball no matter what.
1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. They got 3:18 remaining in the first half to try to get some points on the board here in Windham.
I didn't like that call. And I say that because you're on your own 38.
Why don't you just punt it?
You got a 14-point lead on a team that they haven't not scored on you. They really haven't had more than 30 yards in a drive.
Why give them the chance?
Why give them a chance with a short field with 3 minutes left?
You pin them down another 30 yards.
It doesn't make sense. Because now it's 4th down territory for Goffstown all the way in.
Tight unit on the shotgun. Picard gets the call right up the middle. He's being pushed to the outside. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play for the Grizzlies.
You got to like Picard, though, as he has so much 2nd and 3rd effort on this. He gets stopped, and then he keeps cranking those legs. Again, my key here is that you're going to have to throw the ball. You have to soften up this defense a bit.
Scott, we're in Jaguar territory. Take advantage. Maybe air the ball up and get some points on the board before the half. You're trailing 14. Let's see what the Grizzlies can do here. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Perry in motion. Looking to pass. Hanault steps back. Pass is complete. Nice play. Caught by Perry for a 1st down at about the 22, 23-yard line. Grizzlies moving the chains 1st and 10, Scott.
He's been the player so far this season for Goffstown. Has been consistent in terms of being able to catch the ball. So a good target for Hanault in that situation.
Grizzlies with 2.5 on the clock. 1st and 10. Hanault looking to pass, keeps it himself, draws everybody out. He's got the room. He's on the outside. He's bumping out to the outside some more. He's across the 15-yard line, down at about the 14. Scott, close to a 1st down. Nice carry by Hanault.
Yeah, I agree. I think with that one is that play was designed to give him an option to throw the ball, and then he saw how the sea
wide open
parted,
it was,
and he went through the hole.
Scott, I think that brings up 1st and goal. No, just shy. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they're about the 14-yard line.
Hanault looking to pass. Same play, Scott. It opens up. He moves it forward. Pickup of about 4 on the play.
He'll be around the 11-yard line.
Scott, we're at the 2-minute mark, so Grizzlies are making some good momentum on their side here, but we got less than 2 minutes now to put the ball in the end zone and get some points.
Yeah, and if you're Goffstown, you can capitalize. What a way to try to get some momentum back, because this has been all Windham so far.
Hanault with Picard. Perry in motion. Hanault set to pass, going to the corner. Has a receiver open. Lopez, touchdown. No flags on the field. Give Lopez a lot of credit for having to look back over his shoulder on that, Scott.
So what I've seen in these first 2 games is it's Lopez and Perry.
And
I'm a little surprised because I didn't know if it was going to be those 2 guys, but
How
they're
old,
catching the ball.
Scott, what do we have for Lopez? He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 176.
Right, they're both sophomores.
A lot of promise there.
Yeah.
Grizzlies are going to go for the 2, it looks like.
Doesn't have a whole lot of faith in the kicking game, I guess.
14-6. Right before the half, Hanault looking to pass. Drops back, pass up the middle. Incomplete. Almost deflected.
That's a penalty.
You got a flag. Though. Scott almost deflected into Perry's hands.
But Strickland he was mauled from behind on that play.
Grizzlies are going to get another chance.
Yeah, but now it'll be a little bit closer. So now they have an opportunity for Hanault to maybe on that quarterback keeper.
Yep.
I like that play. And so, again, testament to Goffstown's coaching. because they see that when Hinault steps back to pass, he's a runner. So he can look at different gaps.
Scott, he sees a lot of different gaps open when that opens up like that. You know, part of it is just the spread of the offense.
Correct.
And you have to have people cover. There's going to be some openings. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops back and does the same thing as you just called. Hinault in the shotgun. That's exactly what he does.
Yep.
2 points for the Grizzlies. It's now 14-8. Grizzlies trail by 6 with 1:38 remaining here in the first half.
This is exactly what happened to Goffstown last week against Pinkerton, where Goffstown gave up a very late score in that first half. Here, Windham had an opportunity just to punt the ball, force Goffstown to pretty much have a 70-yard drive, and they go for it on fourth down at their own, I think it was about their own 38 to 40-yard line, and then they turn it over on downs. It's, again, Windham, I think, gave Goffstown a bit of a gift there in terms of the field position.
Yep. It all comes back to the field position, Scott. I agree. 1:38 on the clock. We don't see any points on the board. I don't know if the scoreboard's broken, but folks, trust me, the Grizzlies do have 8 points. We saw it live. You're seeing it on a recording.
So we got 1:40 left. Goffstown will get the ball in the first to start the second half. So
set back to kick. That's Pinard.
That's in no man's land.
Yep, right in the spot. That's grabbed by Damaris.
And that was
marginal gain. He's at about the 25-yard line. Jaguars 1st and 10 with 1:33 on the clock.
Tackle by Brad Baxter, number 34. He was all over that one. It's hard for us. We apologize, folks. We are pretty high up here on Mount Jaguar. We don't have binoculars.
No spotters.
And Alan, well, we do. We have Broden and Ty. I mean, they help us out all the time.
We got a balloon flying sky high.
We need a drone or something to help us out with
How
our
about
vision.
that? We need drone coverage next year. Like the blimp. Jaguars right up the middle. Pickup of about 3 on the play. DeSico on the carry. Looks like Dalton on the assist tackle.
I made the same mistake when I trying to find out the names. It's DeChico, believe it or not.
DeChico.
Yeah, I was.
What did I say?
You said DeSico, and I did too, because I had a friend had. The
I
same
had a friend
name.
named DeSico.
Yeah. This one is DeChico.
Potato to potato.
I know, but it's DeChico, not DeSico.
Tomato. Travers hands off right up the middle to Damaris.
That's a
first down. They're moving the chains. They're under 1 minute. This is a hurry-up offense for sure. We got a lot of people moving on this field.
So you might see a timeout, though, if you're Goffstown.
And
Windham will call the timeout.
All right.
Okay.
Windham with 55 seconds on the clock, leading the Grizzlies by 6.
Now, if I am Coach Huft, I am talking to my defense saying we will not get burned on a deep play again.
Yeah,
so
no
if
deep
anything,
play.
Fine. Give them a 10-yard run, okay? With only 55 seconds left, it's going to take 4 or 5 of those plays to even get close.
Correct.
But don't give up the big one. So that means that your corners have to play
tough
10 yards off the ball,
Well, the rain might be lightening up, but we are glad we are under this easy up.
See, and the thing is, if you're a cornerback on a team that's running, you got to have one eye on the runner, because you have to have run support, and then the other eye is on the receiver. And if you just hesitate for that split second, that receiver's gone. So
Travers bringing the Jaguars to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so Perry's playing a good 8 yards off his guy. That's good.
1st and 10, handoff right up the middle to Damaris. No gain on the play. Maybe a lost ball comes loose, but it's after the whistle. That's going to keep the clock going, Scott. 46 seconds. They're hustling back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, if you're Goffstown, you got to play deep. Number 24 is the safety. I would play even deeper than that.
They can only have one wide out,
but it
Scott.
makes no sense. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Looking for the pass play. He's rolling
Now
out to the left.
So right
Passes
down the
right
middle.
up the middle. That's caught. Perry is there.
See what I told you?
Down.
I saw that from
first
up
down,
here,
Scott,
for crying out loud.
There was no safety. The safety went almost to the back of the line of scrimmage.
I saw it from
That's
here.
complete to number 99, Joey Da Silva for the Jaguars. 1st and 10. Jaguars with 24 and now knocking on the door for the Grizzlies from the Grizzly 18-yard line. Big play, Jaguars.
I mean, I'm not a coach, but I saw the play from here. You could see what was going to happen.
Right over his head. Right over his head. That safety came right up. The offensive coordinator called it and said, go deep.
Yeah. And in that, Alan, all due respect, the way you would have almost 2 safeties in that situation.
Right.
Let them run.
We got another timeout here. Was this one taken by the Jaguars?
Yeah.
So they got their second timeout here with 24 seconds. They lead the Grizzlies by 6. They are really knocking on the door, Scott. This is going to be interesting if the Grizzlies can hold up and prevent any type of points from going on the board.
You know, I guess I just don't. This is called situational football, and in situational football, and you've got 30, 40 seconds, you just can't get anybody to get behind you, and you can't bite on a run.
Scott, you absolutely called that play.
Yeah.
As that safety was crunching
Yeah.
forward closer to the line, they just lobbed it right over his head.
It's not. Again, it's just not the safety's job to kind of make that particular tackle. Your linebackers have to make the tackle. You're there for last
Travis
resort
set back to
protection.
pass. He's looking. He's scrambling. He's rolling left. He's still on his
That's
feet.
a hold.
There's a
That's
lot of pressure
hold.
right
That's
there.
going to be
Cody
a
had him.
hold. It's gonna
Pass
be,
is complete.
It won't matter. It's
Nope.
a hold. It's a hold on Windham.
Pass was complete to Damaris, but we're going to get a hold. Boy, they would have been in the end zone, Scott, or maybe right on the doorstep
But
on the one.
It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So this is going to set them back big time, like to the
Significantly.
30-yard line. Because they typically will throw the flag where the hold took place and then mark it from there. So it should be
Big turn of events of momentum
It's going to be
here.
30-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to bring up, wow, what's that, first down and 20?
Yeah, and even bigger here is that, the time, goes off the clock.
Yeah, first and 22,
But-
Scott.
Again, look at 24. He's got to play deep, and you almost have to have 2 safety. Another timeout.
Another timeout, this time
Yeah.
by Jaguars one more time.
You got to leverage your strengths here. You got Brad Baxter, who is an unbelievable linebacker. Hager is a really good linebacker. Count on them to make the tackles, and you got to have Hinault. He's got to just stay. You got to stay his ground.
Yeah. Well, that was on that last pass play. That was Perry. That was the safety
No,
that went over
no.
his head. It was Perry.
It was?
Yep.
I thought it was. One of them got a cornerback got beat because he got sucked in.
Oh,
and then,
that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
We don't
But
have
what
instant replay today. We can't
Right,
check
but
that
I
out.
think on that one, the safety, I don't know, the secondary just got beat. That's all
Yeah.
we can say. So we got about, 13 seconds. They took some more time off that clock,
Yeah, we're just at about 13 seconds.
and they are at a field goal range. You're going to have to get to about the 18-yard line in high school
Travis
football.
is going to have to pass the play. He's rolling to his left. He's still on his feet. He's being hustled. He's being
Oh,
chased.
man, he's
on his feet, rolling right. Passes up. It's complete. He's down at the 2-yard line. Scott, I don't see who quite caught it. That might run. No, they got 3 seconds. They're going to have a chance to run a play, Scott.
Will they kick it or not? And let's see what they're doing. Call a timeout if you're Goffstown, maybe. I don't know.
Yep. One play, and they don't get it. They got to finish the play. Play the whistle. Drab by his ankles. On
That's
that
it.
tackle.
What
That's
was that?
Cody.
What
They have to
was
play to
that?
the whistle. The horn went off.
Oh.
The player stopped.
Oh, okay.
You have to play for the whistle. At the end of the half, your Grizzlies trail by 6. We're going to have fresh 12 minutes here for the third quarter. Come on right back.
All right, so we're back on the air for the second half as Alan is putting in his your to-go order at Ubon Thai in Pinardville. What are you doing over there, Alan?
I'm posting.
You're posting?
I'm a social media person.
Okay.
Social media, posting the score of the game for the peeps in Goffstown.
So we just had a nice discussion with the Bedford head coach.
Nice
Zach,
guy,
Yeah, Zach
right?
Matthews. I invited him on to see if he wanted to talk. He's like,
Little
no, I'll
special
pass.
guest. Maybe we get a special guest appearance a little later. We never know.
Well, he did promise me one thing, that he has no aspirations to move to California. So so if you're a Bedford fan, they've lost.
Rest assured, they're going to have their coach
Right,
a
well,
while.
they've lost their last 2 football coaches
to California.
Both.
Both San Diego area.
Can you imagine that if you're like the AD, like, what do you think about the Sunshine State, California?
Well, listen, it is a lot nicer temperature-wise.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
you're not battling 50 degrees in rain in San Diego all that often.
But it also, Alan, we've been doing this for a long time, and the football coach, the fraternity of football coaches is great in New Hampshire. Really, just nice people. We've always been treated so well when we go on the road. Everywhere we go. Just great sportsmanship. It's just a pleasure. So Goffstown's going to get the ball here in the second half. They got a nice quick touchdown.
Quick touchdown to get them within 6 points. They trail 14-8. They're going to receive. We have Lopez set back. We have Perry set back. We even have Ryan Cody, close to us on the bottom of the screen.
They're almost challenging them
he's
to
a
kick the
sophomore.
ball deep here, Alan, because the last couple of kicks have been like these squib kicks, line drives right at the second level, which is around the 35-yard line. Look for that again.
Set to kick, Adam Burke for the Jaguars. Clock stopped at 1 second. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Clock is all set.
Look for him to kick it right to that second level line drive.
Yep. From his own 40, Jaguars kick, same thing, right way up to Baxter. Off his shins. He's got the ball at the 40-yard line. Grizzlies will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40 with just one tick under 12 minutes.
Either I'm just getting used to watching these games now,
Scott,
or just, you're almost calling it. It's like Gross
Radamus. Gross Radamus.
You know, the tough thing about that one is that, you know, you do that play, but then Goffstown gets the ball on the 40-yard
line.
So I guess you're
confident in your defense.
I agree.
You don't want to give up that big play. We've been talking about not Goffstown giving up big plays. They don't want to give up a big razzle-dazzle play. So sacrifice field position for big play.
Yeah, so Kyle Marin, he's in for Antonio Capos, who left with an injury in the first.
From the shotgun, Hanault, Perry in motion.
Blitz.
Ooh, he looked really quick like he got offsides. Hanault cuts back, pick up about 2 on the play. He's down at about the 42, 43-yard line. Looks up 3 yards, Scott.
On that one, it was interesting because it looked like Goffstown was looking to perhaps pitch on that play. They didn't, and he made the decision, Jared Hanault did, just to hold on to it. But it looked like, I think it was number 23 who had an opportunity to take that pitch.
Hanault with Picard. Perry in motion. He's going deep.
Strickland.
Strickland. There is Strickland.
Intercepted. That was just a poorly thrown ball.
Intercepted at the 35-yard line by the Jaguars. Looks like number 14, Peterson.
Yeah, and that was just that was a poorly thrown ball.
Yeah.
Strickland was open.
You just got to get it over his head. That's
right.
all.
And you got a receiver who's 6'3".
Yeah, get it up in the air. Get it up in the air.
Yeah.
And I didn't, we don't have the luxury of replay here today, Scott, but was he under a lot of pressure on that?
No, not really. I like Strickland, but I like Strickland not so much going so deep.
Jaguars keep it. Travis running to the sideline. Bottom of your screen.
Great play.
Knocked out of bounds at the 35. Really no gain on the plate. Clock will keep going, Scott. Looks like Poyo and Cody and Dalton were in on the tackle.
Yeah, actually, Hanault was the first one to lay lumber on that one. And, my thing is that this is, I think, the reason why we're susceptible to those passes over the top is when Hanault is making tackles as the safety, that means that he's really focusing in on run support. Got to just stay back there if you're the safety.
Travis with 2 in the backfield. Hands it off to
Great
Damaris.
Play by Baxter.
Baxter picks them up right away. Yep. Marginal gain, maybe 1 yard on the play. If that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Jaguars. With 10.5 minutes here remaining in the third quarter, they lead the Grizzlies 14-8.
I interviewed Jeremy Hanault last game because he had such a big turnaround and was so key in the victory. And he said, you got to have no memory in this game. You give up a big play, come back the next one.
Travers set back, looking left, passes up the middle. A lot of defenders broken up on the play by Perry and Hanault. Intended for Peterson.
So that one, I like what Hanault did. He stayed back, and his job is to defend the passes that are over top, and that's what he did there. And you got to let your cornerbacks cover the underneath, and that's what Goffstown defense was able to do. So this should be a punting situation. I don't know why they're jerking around here.
Oh, they'll pooch punt it, like you said.
Yep.
They do that an awful lot.
Yep.
Set back, because look how deep he's set back, Scott.
Yep.
He's all the way beyond the 30.
That's
He's
a
pitching
punt.
it right back. And that's not a bad punt. All the way back, set to receive, waves it.
Okay, why?
Fair catch.
Okay.
That's Hanault.
Yeah, but there wasn't a player with intent. But again, it's hard.
Grizzlies take over on the 35-yard line. Scott, you take your eye off the field real quick.
I
You don't
know.
know who's coming in, and you could get clotheslined.
Yep.
I mean, who knows?
And I think the coaching staff also tells them, better for you to call a fair catch.
And
we
catch
know
it
we
and
have possession of
concentrate.
it than you trying to rip off a big run.
Right. Concentrate, get the ball. We got the ball on the 35. Grizzlies are 1st and 10. 10:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Grizzlies are in white, traveling white, moving right to left across your TV screen. 4 wideouts for Hanault. Perry in motion. Perry gets the call. He's coming towards the bottom of the screen.
Nice
Dragged
play.
down on the tackle by
33.
DeCicco.
Yeah. Bobby DeCicco is a special player. There's no doubt about it. He's been on so many of these plays. That one sack on Hinault, he's fast. I mean, he came from the backside on that.
Right. Picking up a lot of ground, that's for sure. Yeah, he's already on that backside, and he's the first one to rip him down. Hinault and Picard.
There's a blitz coming. Just saw the signal.
Yep, here they come. Hinault looking to pass. Quick pass out to Picard. That's worked twice
That's
already
a penalty
today. Got a flag on the play.
Goffstown. It looks like a hold on 79.
Looks like that's
Marcus Rush. Oh,
Rush.
no. On the defense.
Personal foul. What happened?
Maybe.
Face mask?
I didn't see it.
Personal foul. They didn't say what it is. It's just a personal foul. That's 15 yards.
You know, typically
that's
when the
first down for the Grizzlies.
When the flag is thrown there, it's a hold, and that's why maybe I jumped the gun.
Scott,
I apologize to Marcus Rush on that one.
We are flirting with the mid. Yeah, look at that. All of a sudden, we're at midfield.
I'm thinking it might have been like like something to the face or something.
Hands to the face.
Yeah, like or just hitting the quarterback in the helmet type thing where you can't do that.
Hinault with Picard. 4 wideouts, really spreading the offense. Tries to pitch, ducks back in the middle, ducks backs out, still on his feet across the 50, across the 45. He's down at the 42-yard line of the Jaguars, very close to a first down, pickup of 9 on the play.
And I think this is what the changes that Goffstown has made, and they're going to rely on Hinault to spread the field and to use his legs to get in those gaps. You can see he's a pretty elusive runner. It's about 2 yards to go for a
pickup
first
of
down.
8 on the play, not 9, sorry. Hinault right up the middle to Picard. First down and more, down at about the 34-yard line. Moving the chains, momentum, all Grizzlies this second half.
On that one, you got to give kudos to the offensive line, number 79. That was Marcus Rush, and number 55, Kyle Merrin. I think he was in on that. 52, Dalton. Was he in the game?
So already we're seeing Merrin, trying to step up and fill the shoes of Capos.
Yeah, that was the right side of the offensive line, and I apologize for can't seeing some of the numbers from up here.
Wind is picking up here in Windham. 8:20 on the clock. Grizzlies trail by 6.
And that's going to be defense then, if that's the case, because he must have had encroachment or defensive offsides, and that's what it's going to be.
It's going to pick up 5 yards, so it's going to be first down with 5 to go, Scott. All of a sudden, we'll take the yardage however we can get it.
Yeah, not a whole lot of penalties last week. This week, they're
penalties on almost every drive.
Yeah.
Certainly every drive so far.
They getting paid by the hour or
yeah.
No, okay.
Hinault keeps it himself, fakes the handoff. He's across. He's got first down. He's across the 20. He's into the red zone of the Jaguars. That's moving the chains again. Grizzlies, looks like they're moving the chains with ease, Scott.
On that one, Max Young was in on that. Those blocks, these guys, I got to give a lot of credit to the offensive linemen here, Rush and Belanger. Trying to see who else is on that line, but they're moving it.
Hinault and Picard in the backfield. 3 wide out on the bottom of your screen. Lopez at the top of your screen. Sasso, number 19 for the Grizzlies, has been quiet. Keep an eye out for him. Nope, Hinault keeps it himself up the middle, picking up 5, still on his feet. Picking up 7.
Yeah,
that's going to bring up second down with 3 to go. Grizzlies.
Hinault is the X factor here.
Yeah.
He's like having a running back in the backfield.
A second running back,
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. Another running back option, and very much like, got that Curtis Smith from Nashua North, who's a phenom, who has that, blazing speed, but Hinault is more the bruising runner.
Keeps his feet moving, drives really well. Picard gets a call, dragged down. No, eludes that tackle, dives forward, and picks up 1 on the play, Scott.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing. That was a 3-yard loss. And
Scott, he's got to get to the 10 for the first down, so it's only third down with about 2 to go.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see Goffstown. I don't think they have a very strong kicking game this year, so you'll probably see them go for it if they're unable to get it here.
Hinault with Picard. Oh, we're going to get encroachment. No flag. They got back okay.
Goffstown's patient.
6:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Hinault with Picard on his right. Shotgun, they're both moving left. Hinault keeps it, picks up. First down and more. He's down at about the 5. Ooh, the 6.
6 yard line.
It looks like he got twisted coming down. That looked ugly.
He's like Gumby, though,
He
right?
comes right back up on his feet,
exactly.
but it looked like he twisted.
6-yard line. And
First and goal for the Grizzlies at 6:23. Clock is still moving. It's been all Grizzlies this second half.
look for Will Sasso maybe here because he's the one who scored a touchdown last
Number 19,
game.
yeah.
But it's been all run. They have not really thrown the ball in this drive.
Oh, Perry flies through the air.
And
Hinault
he
gets
loses
wrecked on that.
yards.
Yeah, he's down at about the 12, lost yardage on the play.
And that's a loss of about 2 to 3 yards. This is where, with if you're Goffstown, you've had success running the ball. It's that fake the run and then throw. That's why Will Sasso had a touchdown.
Scott, here's your Will Sasso play, number
Yeah.
19, bottom of the screen on the 10-yard line. Hinault keeps himself, bumps to
he
the
got
outside.
it.
He's
That's a
all
touchdown,
alone. No
yeah.
one's near him. Flag.
Late
flag.
And it's going to be a hold maybe on 6.
Scott, that's a late flag. I'm not quite sure if
it could have been. He's pretty downfield too.
it wasn't even near the play. I got to believe that's going to be a
Let's
hold on the
see.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, it was so deep.
Holding. No,
illegal block, right?
Yeah, illegal use of the hands.
Yeah.
That's on the Grizzlies. That's going to take away that touchdown.
Yeah.
That's the shame.
Now, that penalty was at the 3-yard line. I don't know how they.
Yeah, in the middle of the
assess these.
field.
Yeah.
It's a 10-yard penalty.
It's a 10-yarder, but it's going to be.
Yeah, that's a 10-yard.
I can't tell what down we've got now.
Second down.
Is it?
Yep. See the big two.
Second and goal?
Second and, yeah, they don't have
It's
the flags
second
now.
and goal.
Second and goal. Hinault with Picard. Hinault rolling left. He's still on his feet. He's looking to pass. Passes in the air.
Oh, that was
intended for
dangerous
your
pass.
That's Will Sasso, but
Yeah.
incomplete.
That was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, that looked scary.
That was close to being picked off. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
And, well, like you said, Scott, this is certainly 4th down territory. We don't know if they're going to necessarily go for that field goal to put points on the board. You're only down 6.
Right, and you got to figure this. A field goal is on the spot on the 3-yard line, right? So they're not that far off from there.
No, they're at about the 12?
Yeah.
12 or 13.
An extra point is spotted at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Hinault looking to pass 3 steps back, right across the middle. Has an open receiver, number 24.
Bad throw, too high.
That's Jeremy, too high for Jeremy Hinault. That's
See,
4th down for the Grizzlies.
I'm going to say it. Like on this one, you do have Strickland, right? Strickland is 6'3". Okay?
Versus 24, Jeremy is, he's 6 foot, yeah.
I don't know about that. Is he?
Strickland, well, that's what it's on the
Okay.
card.
I
Strickland is
think
6'4". He's got 4 inches.
No, I'm giving a little generosity on the chart here.
Scott,
Because
they're going for it.
Yeah.
Pinard for the field goal.
Come on, Kyle. Here we go, Pinard.
Good
High.
snap. Good enough. Good kick. Got the length. That's good for 3 points.
All right, so that 2-point conversion now, it's now a 3-point
14-11.
game.
It's only a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Scott, we finally have our score on the scoreboard, so that's helpful. 14-11, Grizzlies trail by a field goal with 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. Here at Mount Jaguar from top of the hill.
So that one penalty, that changed things. That was a touchdown, would have given Goffstown potentially the lead.
Yep.
And now it's they trail by 3. So we've seen a lot of flags on the field, both sides. I mean, it's not like the referees are calling it one way or another. I mean,
looks like the rain has held up a little bit, Scott, which is nice. Right now we're at what? We're at 11:30, hour and a half in, already halfway through the third quarter.
as I was telling you in pregame, this is a very important game, obviously for both teams. But for Goffstown's got a super difficult schedule. They're going to be playing
Bedford next week.
Bedford. They're playing Londonderry,
playing
Salem.
Salem.
They're
It's
playing some really
tough teams.
right. And
Have your success early when you can get it.
well, last year you recall they lost their first 3 games, and then they were able to win almost all of them, with the exception of one. Nice
Excellent kick by Pinard all the way in no man's land. That's in the end zone. Good.
Wow, that was impressive.
That was a great kick.
What's the wind out here? Is there any? I mean,
I don't know.
that was a really good kick.
Yeah, very good kick by Pinard. Well, he certainly has the leg. I mean,
Yeah.
the field goals. I mean, maybe they're going to start kicking more field goals.
But case in point, right? Windham does the squib kick. Goffstown gets it on the 40. We kick it out of the end zone.
Right.
They're going to get it on the 20. So again,
So maybe they just don't have the leg to do that.
maybe they don't, and that And that could very well be the case.
And that's field position, Scott.
Right. But if that's the case, then now Goffstown knows that you might not get burned on a 35 or 40-yard field goal at the end of the game, because they're not going to be taking that chance.
Travers rolling to his left, looking for the option. Hands it off to Damaris. Dragged down at the 25-yard line. He's out of bounds.
About a 3-yard gain, maybe.
No, that's about a 5-yard gain. Oh, no, wait. Where are they spot? Yeah, that's only.
I thought it was about a 3.
Yep, that is 3-yard gain on the play. Good eyes, Scott.
I just got my prescription changed.
There you. Oh, so
that's probably the reason. Although we are so far away, that it's hard to see the numbers.
Jaguars handoff right up the gut to the Grizzlies. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Scott. Who carried? Oh, that was DeCheco.
DeCheco, yeah.
DeCheco.
He's all over the place. I think he's probably one of their best players.
Well, him and Damaris.
Yeah, they've been touching the ball like crazy.
Touching the ball, all the carries.
So it'll be a third down and about a 6 or 7 yards. So, again, if you're Goffstown, you got to be patient here. Don't get sucked in especially if you're the safety.
Third down with 6 to go, Scott. Travis right up the middle. This time.
There you go. That's a stuff.
Oh, nice tackle on the end there. Scott, who had that? What number? That's Hanault. Excellent tackle on DeCheco.
Somebody else got him by the legs first. It might have been Cody. I'm not sure.
But Hanault just finished him off with the shoulder right in his chest. Great tackle.
So now it's a punting situation.
The Grizzlies have always had
I don't know why,
good tackling, Scott. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I understand why you're threatening here, but they're going to be punting the ball just like they did last time.
Oh, absolutely. Instead of the punt formation, they go with this. Fourth down.
This is their
6 yards.
I'm gonna fake it, and maybe I see something.
There is no fake.
Right.
Yep. Travis going back to pass, being pressured. Pass is knocked down.
Oh, he should have caught that.
Scott, was number 32 for the Grizzlies, Geisenheiner. Was he the one that got a hand on it?
Yeah. It was a drop.
Turnover on downs.
I'll be honest with you, that was a drop on Windham. And again, another I know that. Another situation.
From the 24-yard line.
I understand.
Why would you do that?
I think that Coach Huft is probably one of the most aggressive play callers on fourth down situations, but you're winning by 3 points.
Why do this?
And it was a 4th down and 7.
You're giving the Grizzlies the ball.
Right.
On the 24-yard line. That's just a coaching. Like, why would you?
I don't
when
understand
I play
it.
Madden, I'm not doing that. I'm punting the ball. Hanault fakes the pass to Hanault.
He has so much
all
room.
alone. He's up to the 11. He's out of bounds. First down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies from their own.
You see how he lowered his shoulder?
My gosh. This is a turn of event, and that's all from coaching or poor coaching on Windham's side.
Well, yeah.
If the Grizzlies score here, that's on the coach.
I would agree, especially since the Grizzlies had a pretty good drive on the last one.
Grizzlies trying with Pollo in the backfield. 4 wideouts, 3 on the bottom of the screen, 1 on your top, and that's Lopez. Keep an eye on Lopez. Handoff to Pollo, right up the middle. Picked up 5 on the play. Maybe 6. I'd say 5, Scott.
I would say Pollo, he is a little guy, right? But he is strong. He is fast and he's strong. He takes a lick in this guy, but he keeps driving his legs.
Great momentum for the Grizzlies in the second half, Scott. 3:12. The clock is still ticking. Second down with about 5 to go for the Grizzlies. Hanault keeps it himself. He runs up the middle, runs back towards, cuts back.
Hole.
He's down at about the 3, Scott. Good forward progress.
About the 3-yard line. Maybe 2.
Broden says 2. I'm saying 3.
I'm looking at. If you look at the far judge on the line, we'll see. So this.
3rd and 1.
So here's another one where I do the same exact thing. I put the ball in Hanault's hands and see what he can get.
Let him open it up. Let him run right in like
the
a
only
2-point
one
conversion.
you really got to watch out for is our good friend. That would be Bobby DeCheco.
All right, well, we got Picard this time. 4 wideouts. Right up the middle. There he is. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
That's Picard. Zach Picard in the end zone for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies will take a 3-point lead.
So
Change of events. Terrible play calling by the Jaguars. Terrible.
You're a little harsh.
Scott, it was absolutely terrible.
I want you to ask Zach
I'm going to ask a
Matthews.
professional.
You ask Zach Matthews.
If you're playing Madden, would you go for that fake punt? No one in their
He is-
right mind from the 22-yard line would go for that.
He's
no
not.
one.
He's not even looking over. He
He-
doesn't
no.
want to be controversial. It's okay.
Because he knows that he would never make that play.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna give the thing to Broden here.
Oh, goodness.
Extra point is good for the Grizzlies. That's Pinard. 2:25. Grizzlies will take the lead by 4.
We keep trying to get answers from Bedford's head coach here. No comment.
We got no comment because they're a tight fraternity. That's why there's no comment. If he wasn't in the fraternity, he would say like I do.
Oh, yeah, this is-
terrible play call by the
It's
Jaguars.
like it's what they call it, the thin blue line or whatever they call it.
They're
like
not
in
going to
football.
turn on themselves.
No, they don't.
No, and you can't blame him for that. But deep inside, he's chuckling. He's chuckling because he knows.
Yeah.
He knows. That was, Scott, when you're the
I
Jaguars
know,
and you go into the locker room, I hope the coach says that's on me.
Yeah.
Because that's 100% on him.
And
Okay.
listen, it was a drop too. It was an aggressive play call, but let's not forget it was a drop.
Pinard set to kick here. From their own 40, an excellent kick one more time. This time Damaris gets it from his own 3. He's moving across the 10. He's
These
at
are
the
always
bottom of your
tough
screen. He's
plays.
across the 20. Dragged down
Baxter.
by Baxter at the 32-yard line. Jaguars will be 1st and 10.
Baxter, he is fast.
Scott,
and
so what's the score of the Grizzlies right now?
well, we
Oh,
had
are we-
11,
so we're
and now
4,
we have
18-14.
18. Yeah.
18-14 Grizzlies lead. Turn of events here in the second half. We're down to about the 2-minute mark.
Goffstown only gave up one big long ball. Okay, other than that, their defense has been pretty good at that long ball. And Baxter,
Looks like DeSico gets a call right up the middle.
and that was number 3,
He said
Hinault.
DeSico. The announcer just said DeSico.
It's DeChico.
The announcer just said DeSico.
I don't care what the announcer said.
I say DeSico.
I talked to his mother.
Okay, I said DeSico.
I asked the people in the concession stand. They said DeChico.
DeChico. All right.
Well,
it doesn't roll off the lips as easy as
He's
DeSico.
getting more. He's getting more name time than our own players.
Yeah, he is. Oh, finished off. Woo. Not much gain on the play. Grizzlies defense doing a really good job. 76 lowered his shoulder right into him. That's Belanger with an excellent tackle. Was it Belanger or 78?
And Cody too. Man, I like Cody. Ryan Cody.
Yeah, sophomore.
Man,
Young kid.
He can hit.
5'10", 167.
I'm telling you, he hits like he's 40 pounds heavier than that.
Who's 77? Is that 77? He's a big body for the
That's
Grizzlies.
George Pierce. Yeah.
Oh, junior, 6'1", 251. I like that.
So this is a third
Big body in
down
there.
and
Good job.
7.
What's his number?
Here comes a pass play.
Pass play. Travis scrambling, going right up the middle. Pass intended for number 14. Peterson is incomplete.
Well, I don't think they'll be going for it here. I mean, this is like 4th down with almost 9 to go.
Wow,
This is the
Scott.
exact same scenario
Same
you
play.
had before.
Scott, they better kick the ball.
Well,
They have to kick the ball. You're going to tell me they're going to go?
no, I agree with you, but it's like it was a drop before. I mean, if you're Goffstown, just fine, play it. Let them
Yeah,
kick the ball and get the ball at the 30-yard line.
Sure,
Who cares?
get it at midfield.
Yeah, play tight D.
Yep, this is going to
Here comes the
definitely.
punt.
Well, the coach learned. At least he learned.
There you go. Fine.
He took Madden's suggestion.
There you go.
Ball will be Grizzlies at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Excellent field position
that-
for the Grizzlies one more time.
So this is telling me a couple of things.
Chain of events completely.
Well, everything changed, but if we happen to have the Bedford coach about 10 yards away from us, you will put on your notes, no kicking game here.
Right.
Because if you have a good punter, you just line up in a punting formation.
Right.
Okay? They
Yeah.
haven't done that.
Oh, you mean if you're scouting Windham?
Correct.
Yeah.
If you're Windham and you've got a good punter, you're kicking the ball. There's no
Right.
jerking around here.
Yeah.
And the same thing, you're going to kick a field goal on certain situations. You're
Sure.
not worried. You're not going to do these little squib kicks. So,
Scott, we see it again. Second time this quarter, under just 4 seconds, under 1 minute remaining. Moving that pile
Oh, yeah.
is
That was-
Picard. Picked up 7 on the play.
that was just really good. That was a great
Did you
ball
see
fake by Hinault. Right.
Hinault had an excellent
Right,
fake.
he did.
He followed through all
Yep.
the way to the play.
And that freezes, like 2 or 3 plays. That's all you
Yep.
need.
And Picard is going to certainly move that pile with his strong legs. That's a pickup of about 7 on the play. It brings up second down, 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Oh. Who has the ball? So that's
That's
Hinault.
Hinault.
1st down and more down at the 40-yard line. Moving the chains. all Grizzly momentum right here with 24 seconds.
As always, you just want to protect the ball in these situations as best you can. We got an injury to a Windham player.
Grabbing his shoulder, it looks like. Scott, give it to the Grizzlies so far come from behind 2 weeks in a row, not letting it bother them.
Yeah, this game is certainly not over by any stretch.
Of course.
Long way to go. But no matter what, you're right. Win or lose, the Goffstown team is resilient.
It's just the
they were down,
character to be able to keep your head high and stay in the game.
Yeah, you lost one of your key players, and K-Post went down with an injury in the first quarter. And
you still have
can we give credit to the offensive line here, though? I mean,
sure.
We really need to. They're playing unbelievably. Dalton is on the line.
Pierce is at center. He's a big body.
Yeah, these guys are just moving the pile right now.
And they're stepping up.
Pierce is not at center.
Belanger is at center. I'm sorry. That's Picard dipping and dodging.
Yeah, and he's
picks up about 4 on the play.
Yeah,
Pushed back a little bit. Maybe 3, Scott?
Yeah, he got 3 on that one. He got to about, the 37-yard line
Scott,
of the
that
Jaguars.
brings the third quarter to a close. Your Grizzlies all of a sudden take the first lead of the game, 18-14 over the home Jaguars. Grizzlies will be changing sides of the field.
Yeah, very impressive, the Goffstown, in terms of their level of resiliency. They were down 14-0. Things did not look all that well. Quite candidly, if you saw the faces of that Goffstown team, they seem a little dejected after that first quarter, but they were able to score that touchdown. And again, you mentioned it before. That was on a risky call on Windham.
Yep.
Gave them great field position. Goffstown scores, and it all of a sudden 14-8.
If you're a sports writer for this and the Jaguars lose, you have to place.
I do.
You have to place
especially
that on that play.
Especially if it's a close game, Alan.
Yep.
If it's a close game and the Jaguars lose, I think you do have to look at some of the coaches' calls here.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with a 4th down and 1 on certain things, and you're running the ball. You think you can do it, but that was a 4th down and 8.
But you already
on the
see
28-yard line.
Your visiting team is gaining momentum. You don't make that play, it's even more momentum.
No, I hear you.
It's all downhill. 2 in the backfield. Perry in motion. Hanault from the shotgun, rolling right, looking downfield, looking for Perry. Has Perry. Perry caught it. Oh! Nope. Couldn't hold on, Scott.
No, that was great defense by number 34.
Listen, that's Damaris.
So he caught the ball. Damaris didn't go for he just went for the ball. He didn't go for the guy.
It's almost like he had it on the top of his helmet, and he couldn't hold on when he hit the ground.
That was a nice throw by Hanault on the money, but just a better defensive play by Riley Damaris. And Riley is a senior, and we've liked what we've seen from him.
We just met his mom.
Yeah.
Just under 12 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4, 18-14. Third down with 7 to go. Hanault looking to pass. Cuts right towards the middle. Picks up.
He's
first
close.
Down,
He's a half a yard shy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's shy.
Looks like he was throwing the ball out front.
He is shy by a yard. They're going to go for it, no doubt. You can't kick
Absolutely,
a
from the 47-yard
field goal.
Yeah, Scott, it looks like a half a yard shy. Or not even.
It's about. I'm going to give it about that.
Yeah, it's
half a yard to a yard. Yeah. I do the same exact thing. And
let Hanault just move forward and fall forward. Picard gets it. He's wrapped up right away. He lost. No, he's still on his feet.
He got it.
Forward.
Unbelievable.
First down for the Grizzlies on the second effort by Picard.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry for yelling, folks, but you don't see that all the time.
Great second effort. Driving his legs, keeping him moving, what every coach loves to see.
They got to turn the volume down on me because I don't get excited that often, but he got wrapped up 3 yards back.
That's exciting football. Grizzlies 1st and 10. Continuing the downhill run towards the end zone of the Jaguars. Hanault keeps it himself, going towards the middle. Still on his feet.
This is trouble.
He's going to be in the end zone. He's towards the corner.
They're going to call.
We got a flag.
What are they going to call here?
It's
usually it's on the offense.
Scott DeCecco was in pursuit, but there was a flag.
It must be like
it's got to be on the
holding
offense.
or something.
So it's going to be a holding.
Holding on Goffstown.
Brings it back. What a play.
Yeah.
That's the second one brought back today.
Yeah.
Second touchdown brought back.
And it's holding like deep into the, into the secondary too.
Wow. Exciting football here, Scott, today.
We don't know who that holding penalty was on. We don't have the ability on an instant replay or anything. So that's going to bring them back 10 yards.
We don't have the satellite van traveling with us
well,
today.
the good news there is that it's a spot foul, so the holding that'll give them.
It's first down
it's
with
be
9 to go.
Yeah, so they really didn't. They lost a lot of yards there, but
Grizzlies have the ball on the 28-yard line of the Jaguars. It's going to be first down.
yeah, so it ends up being a 1-yard gain.
Great play, though, Scott.
In the NFL, that would have been that's from the line of scrimmage, 10 yards.
Hanault in shotgun has Picard. He's looking back to pass. He's rolling right. He's going deep. He has Perry intercepted in the end zone.
And now
This time by Damaris. Big game for
But
Damaris.
what I don't like about that, if you're Caden Perry, is you got to break up the pass, and he didn't go for the ball. I don't think he did.
Turn of events from the goal line or from the end zone. Interception by Riley
That is a
Damaris.
massive play if you're because that's
Windham needed that.
Windham needed a turnover, and what did I say? You got to protect the ball, and I respect the fact that the Grizzlies try to put it in the air, but you're not going to be. Don't throw it against Damaris. He's proven that he can pick it off.
Jaguars from their own 20, first and 10. They're looking to change the momentum. Travers has 2 in the backfield, DeCecco and Damaris.
Big turn of events here in Windham.
Travers sets back to pass. He's looking to pass. He's looking left. He's going deep. Perry's there. Perry's got the ball. Interception.
And he takes it back.
Intercepted at the 45-yard line.
You know what he said to me?
45.
He said,
44.
Scott Gross, you know where you can shove that football. That's what he said.
I'm going to go after that.
He did. He said, I'm getting that one.
And I'm going to get that one. I'll go
That's
after
what he
that
did.
football. I want to shut up that Grostradamus.
Grostradamus.
I'm going to go for it.
You know you can take that ball.
I got the interception. I'm at the 44. Grizzlies get the ball at their own 44. First and 10. Jaguars only had the ball for one play, Scott.
You gotta love it. Yeah. Listen.
Now you're seeing the heads hang low on the Jaguar sideline.
Well, because they had a big turn of events.
Yep. They had the chance to get the momentum, and now they look a little bit dejected. 10:26 remaining on the clock. Grizzlies lead by 4 here in Windham.
The big thing for Goffstown is they can
Hanault
shoot.
keeps it himself. Right up towards the middle. Has a lot of Jaguars there. Maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, we're right on top of the action
this
here.
is
It's
right in front of
50-yard
us.
line. And this is where I get worried when the quarterback is like he's spinning, and I get nervous.
Second down, 9 yards to go for the Grizzlies. Some new personnel coming in. We got Sasso. We got Perry. Lopez will be at the top of the screen. Strickland in the slot position.
This is a real.
Strickland, a slot receiver or a tight end?
He's
a tight end,
a tight
right?
end, but I like him in the slot.
Perry in motion. They're taking their time on this play call.
Yeah, you have to though.
Yep, we got 5 seconds for.
They call it a timeout. They have to because
Grizzlies will take a timeout.
I don't like that. That's not good.
No, there was some confusion, Scott.
I know that, but you need.
No, that's a good play. You got confusion. It's not going to happen. Take a timeout and go on. Move on.
You want to save your timeouts for the end of the game.
What do they have, Scott? Two.
They have 3
for the whole game.
No, they have 3 each half.
Each half.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got 3 each half. But in a tight game, Alan, you don't want to blow it.
You want to save them.
You got to save them. And now, granted,
because the team can just run out of clock.
Yeah,
that's why. I mean,
right. In high school football, it's not the pros where they can run a 2-minute offense.
Right.
And now the advantage that you have in high school and college ball is that on a first down, the clock automatically stops while they move the chains.
Sure.
But that only buys you so much time.
Yep. Buys you seconds.
Right.
Well, Scott, the rain has held up. It's turning into, it's a little chilly, but you know what? I love the fall. There's nothing wrong with this weather.
You know what this weekend is? Glendy.
I saw that sign.
Yes,
I'm not going to have time to enjoy that.
Well, you went to Greece. You ate all the Greek food.
Nothing like a Greek salad. No lettuce. Fantastic.
Just tomatoes, cucumbers, right?
Love it. And capers and olives. And Hanault right up the middle at midfield. Stretches across midfield at the
49-yard line.
He's short of the first down by about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, actually 3, maybe 4 yards. The big thing here is what will Coach Huff do if he doesn't get it here? Will he
you're going to
go
get
for
first. Well, you're at midfield. This is fourth down. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think you're probably right. Because
yeah, I'd go for it.
Well, it's let's see what he does
Let's
here.
see. Maybe
Might
it's not
not
going to
even
happen.
be an issue.
To Picard. He's across the 50. He's across the 45. Still on his feet.
Somebody lost
That's
that
a
helmet.
first down, Scott.
So now
Dalton lost his helmet. Is that a flag?
typically when a helmet comes off, it means that somebody hit your helmet.
Yeah.
He has to come off. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, checking in is number 64 for Dalton is Aiden Hughes. He's a senior, 5'11", 224. 220.
So big first down for Goffstown because right now you're just trying to chew up some clock.
Sure.
If Goffstown is up and if they can get another score
One
here.
more score and keep the clock moving, we're in good shape.
It could be really good shape. So
Yep.
if you're Windham, you got to get a stop, at least get it. You can't let them get a touchdown.
Scott, we got first down. Hinault in the shotgun. 4 wideouts. Lopez, bottom of your screen. Picard, no. Hinault keeps it. He's still on his feet. Oh!
Nice tackle.
Yeah,
nice
pick up of 1 on the play. Scott, if he didn't have him, that's a first down.
Yeah, that was Joey DeSilva, right?
Yep. Number 99.
Yeah. Really good tackle by DeSilva.
Coming off the field, Dalton must have come right back. That's 64. That's Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes spelled Dalton for that one play because he lost his helmet.
I thought there was a flag if you lose your helmet. I didn't know.
No.
That's hockey. I'm sorry. Hinault keeps it himself. He's going to the right side, bottom of the screen. He's met right away by DeChico. We got 2 flags.
It's going to be a hold on number 10.
I think he's
I'm telling you, it's a hold on number 10.
on Lopez.
No, number 10. Lopez. I apologize. Yeah, it is Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez is 10, but there's 2 flags. Might be offsetting, Scott.
No. It's the same guy. It was so obvious.
All right, well, let's see. Where's the
pretty
official
much,
with the white hat? Where's our white hat guy? Where'd he go?
He's right there in front of you.
Oh, there he is at the 50. Yep. Ooh, that hurts. Okay.
So Lopez.
Second and forever.
Well, yeah, because
like
it's
20
10.
yard,
Yeah, but the hold was was pretty much on the line
from the 43. We got to go all the way to the 35.
Yeah, that's a big penalty if you're Goffstown because it means you got to get almost 18 yards.
You got to get 18. Hinault looking for the option, keeps it himself, cuts back towards the middle, and picks up a few yards on the play. Maybe his helmet's coming off.
Oh no, now he's out.
Oh yeah. So who comes in for the quarterback?
Jeremy Hinault, his brother.
Number 10's coming in, Lopez.
Yeah, right.
Jonah played a little bit last year.
Yeah, Jeremy Hinault's taking quarterback spot. Nope, he's moving out to the receiver.
No, he will be the quarterback.
Strickland's doing it.
Oh.
Strickland's in the quarterback position.
They might have to call another timeout here.
Yeah, Strickland's going under center. Or shotgun. All right.
You might see another
timeout here.
Yeah.
No.
Well, let's see. They got plenty of.
The
referee's arm has not gone up.
Yeah,
the back judge, I should say.
Judge. We got 5 for
now it's 10 seconds.
Low snap. Strickland has it. He's gaining some yards on the play.
You know what?
Of about 5 yards.
I go for it. So it doesn't matter.
You're across midfield.
Yeah.
It's 4th down.
So good job by Strickland there. It's always tough. Here's a guy who probably doesn't get any snaps, right?
How many snaps does he get in a week? You count them on one hand, right?
But he picked up, about 4 yards in that play. So good job by Strickland. They're going to put in their special teams is in.
Here's somebody's name we haven't called. Number 5 coming on the field. Seth Osborne. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 144.
So they're punting. So Goffstown is doing it pretty conservatively.
They're playing the game of field position.
I know, but they're being conservative.
Oh, we'll look for a fake here too, Scott.
I don't think so.
Excellent kick by Picard. Great punt. Going to get a Grizzly bounce. Get on that. No, get it.
That's okay. That's
All
still
right, Cody
11-yard line. So
yeah, great
field
right. Position.
Coach Huft and his crew, they're going for field position. They're saying, hey, go 90 yards against us.
Listen, you haven't really done it all game.
Well,
go 90 yards on us. Earn it.
Listen, we all know that it just takes one play, and we've seen it time and time again. Either we've done it or others have done it against us. One quick pass play, and it's all it takes.
Yep.
And
but I like the decision. I like the play calling. Get the ball deep, Scott.
Right.
Put them as far back as you can.
Goffstown with a 4-point lead, 18-14.
Travers.
Pitch play
on the option. Dragged down after a gain of about 4.
A nice tackle by Hinault on that one.
I couldn't even see who had that.
I think that was Hinault who had a 24, had an ankle tackle.
Oh, pick up a 5 on the play. It looks like just under 6 minutes. Clock is moving. Scott, we may only see one more possession. If they do an effective job moving the clock, draining the clock, and getting the field 90 yards.
He fell. Somebody tripped on that one.
Somebody's going to be shy of the first down, no question. 3 yards shy of the first
down. If you're
down.
Windham,
it's 3rd down.
There are certain top 5 plays of the game. You're looking at one of them coming up here.
Absolutely.
It's
there's a big play.
3rd down and about 2 to 3 yards to go. They won't go for it on 4th. They can't. They can't afford to do it.
You never know.
Well, they really can't. So this is a big stop if you're Goffstown.
Travers, option play again, pitches it out. He's across the 20.
He got it. He got it.
Yeah, easily you got the first down and more.
Yeah, he got it about the 26-yard line. So, again, that was a must situation for Windham.
You give him credit. Damaris is an athlete.
Yeah.
The kid knows how to run with the football. It's first and 10.
Yeah, 27-yard line. And what has given Goffstown trouble are those pitch plays. They have a hard time covering.
Well, listen, every time they've ran that, Scott, they've been effective with that option.
Yeah, so now it's they're on the left hash marks, short field.
Travers to Damaris.
He's stuffed.
Yep, stuffed right away. Not much on the play. Maybe a half a yard max on the carry. That'll bring up second and long. It's 5 minutes on the clock. Grizzlies lead by 4.
So as we talk about clock management, we're under 5 minutes here. We'll see what happens if we get to another third down situation. After that, if they get another first down, Alan, it will be fourth down territory from here on in because there's simply not enough time for Windham to give the ball up.
Wyndham has 3 timeouts.
I understand that, but
play with the clock.
They're going to go for it on fourth down if they get another first.
Damaris gets the late call, second option on the play. Stretches his arm out, but he's down at the 30-yard line. That's going to be third down and 8 yards to go.
And I don't want to.
Maybe 7.
I don't want to jinx Windham here, but they've done an awesome job on ball control. No fumbles, nothing.
No.
They had that one interception, but.
Yep.
On the ground game, here's the thing.
They protected the ball.
Yeah, and it's a wet ball today. I mean, you had rain, and I was just really surprised that, Windham, who runs the ball a lot, no fumbles. Good job by them.
Travers looking back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure by Baxter. Passes up. It's there, deflected.
Good job.
Pass was intended to Peterson, number 14. Broken up. Scott, who got a hand on it?
That was Jarrett Hinault, got a hand on it.
Job.
And then once the ball is tipped, then it's fair game. You can take out the receivers, and one of the receivers got taken out.
Well,
I heard some size on the Windham sideline.
Scott, now Jaguars are 4th and 7. Fourth and 7.
This is a situation where
they're going for it.
They're going to go for it, but I don't necessarily agree with this one.
Well, again,
they're all looking at their plays, and
they're all looking at their eye watch.
If you're Hinault, you got to
pitch. No, the pooch kick. That's smart play.
Yeah.
Almost blocked by Baxter. That's going to get a Grizzly bounce back to the 33-yard line.
Smart play by Windham there.
With 3:47 remaining in the fourth quarter, Grizzlies lead by 4 in Windham. They will be first and 10 to try to put the nail in the coffin at the Jaguar.
Yeah, a touchdown here for Goffstown on a drive like this wins the game. Their job right now is ball possession, ball control. You got to protect
ball.
it. Yeah,
Scott, you don't want to give the Jaguars the ball on this side of the field.
Great.
Move the ball, kill the clock. Now they're going to have 3 timeouts that they can call.
Yeah.
So the Grizzlies are going to have to move the chains.
They're going to have to get at least three first downs.
Yeah. And then if that's the case and they have limited time, the Jaguars are going to air out the ball, and you're going to have opportunities. 3:47. Keep an eye on that clock.
Dalton has been sent back home.
Checking in is number 64. There's a Hughes one more time.
I don't know what's going on here. It's like
maybe
helmet
stuff. Maybe a personnel.
Equipment. I don't know.
Oh, is it
shoes, or it might be blood on his leg or something. And
that's Hinault. Hinault keeps it. Hinault was in motion, moving the pile, picks up about 3, still on his feet. Maybe 5 yards on the play.
Yeah.
Actually, more like 5, Scott. Great carry by Hinault.
So clock keeps ticking. And
Hinault, again, Scott, junior quarterback. We got next year with him.
Yeah. He's
and all the sophomores.
He's something
will
special.
Be juniors. He'll be a senior. They're going to be a good squad.
There's no doubt that Jarrett Hinault has a good vision, that he's got really great legs. I know he has a great arm. Once he develops that arm and has more scanning of the field.
Grizzlies are wide out with 4. Picard in the backfield. Hinault in the shotgun. Second down, 4 yards to go. Picard gets it, still on his feet. Lost of a yard on the play.
Yeah, they stuffed him pretty good there.
Well, Scott, the clock's going to tick. They're under 3 minutes. I don't think they're going to call a timeout yet.
No, you don't need to. You don't want to call a timeout. I don't think you need to. If you're Goffstown, you're going to wait until the end, really. Here. What you'll see is you'll probably see a timeout.
Scott, why wouldn't now Hinault take all the time
He does.
he possibly
He should.
can.
He should.
His arm goes up, waits
Right.
5 seconds.
Yep.
Now he'll take it.
Yep. He waits till he moves his. Yeah. Now he'll do it.
Hinault with the keeper up the middle, cross the 40, still on his feet, moving.
He's got a first
He's got
down.
a first down. Grizzlies are
And
moving
that'll
the chains.
do it. That could do it, guys.
Well, this is where you're going to see the Jaguars start calling
That
timeouts.
is an unbelievable run by Jared Hinault. I mean,
2:13 on the clock. Grizzlies lead by 4 with possession. Jaguars are going to have to start using better clock management and calling timeouts.
well, they're going to have to start. They did right there. They had to call a timeout there. So it's at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Now, Goffstown, if
First and 10. One more first down.
one more first down, the game is over. But you got to look at it from this perspective. It is a first down. So even if they run the ball twice, you're talking about 10 seconds will come off the clock. That'll be 2 minutes. If they run it on that third down play, then they can't call a timeout.
What's
And
the time of
35?
you have
I think
35
30 to 35
Wow.
seconds. So you would be looking at about a minute and 25 then with a punt. So you'd have to take it.
Yeah.
You'd have to go the full field with no timeouts.
Yep.
Which you're
So-
down by 4.
Grizzlies are in possession.
They're in a good position
They're in a great
here.
position. Protect the football.
Yeah, that's it.
Scott, do you need to go with a pass play?
No. You
don't.
don't want to do a pass play.
No, you don't.
You basically you're going to be doing those same plays that you've been doing.
Yep.
And here's the thing, even if you can't get much yardage, you're gonna have to. They're gonna have to pretty much go 80 yards. This is number 34, Baxter, coming in,
As a fullback.
I like that.
Hinault, shotgun. Picard gets the call. Runs to the outside. He's across the 45. He's down at the midfield. He's across it. He's got a first down. 10-yard carry.
Or he's close. Yeah.
No, I think he's got it,
He's
Scott.
shy. If you look at the judge closest to us,
Oh,
we'll see.
boy. Scott, he
I-
looked.
No.
Oh, 9 yards?
I
Really?
hate to say it,
I
but
think he's 9.5.
that almost works to your advantage. They're not calling a timeout, which is interesting
Yep,
here.
and they're not
so
stopping the clock.
Yeah,
You're right.
So
Second
you
down
don't,
with 1
so
to go.
here you don't do anything.
Scott, I think it's less than a yard.
It is. Here you don't do anything.
You just
You
let
just
the
wait.
clock go.
You wait. They didn't call a timeout. So,
No. Scott, he's going to let this go as much as almost down.
right. You got to let it go.
Another 10 seconds.
It's all about clock management. Now it's 10 seconds. Now they'll call a timeout. You'll see. Goffstown's going to call a timeout.
Why would they do that? We're down to 120. 120.
Timeout Goffstown.
No, Scott. So
I
it's,
know
help
why
me,
you're
help
doing
me.
this.
Yeah, why does the
Because it's
offense-
all about clock. Because he knew that he wasn't going to call. Windham wasn't going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need timeouts. He's winning the game right now.
Right.
Coach Huff. He's got 2 left.
Yes.
So what he wants to do is he wants to peel off as much time as possible.
So go all the way to
All
the 1
the way
second,
to the
then
1
call
second.
timeout.
Boom, timeout. So he goes over to the referee and he says, "I want a timeout with 1 second left."
Okay, so then
That's it.
then the referee calls the
Referee
timeout.
calls the timeout, and now you use the most optimum amount of time.
Correct. So now they're down to 118 on the
Right.
clock. Grizzlies are leading by 4. They have the ball at the 48-yard line of the Jaguars. They got less than a yard to go, Scott. It's second down. You get 2 yards. This game is
It's over.
It's over.
The game is over on a first down.
First down.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
It's coming down to this play for
Yes.
the Jaguars.
Yeah, because after that it's taking a knee.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Scott, what a quick game. We're only at 2 noon right now.
Yeah, so this is it. This is the game for Windham if they give up a first down here.
Hinault. Picard goes out to the outside. Hinault gets the first
And
down.
that's
He's
it.
across midfield. I'm
That's
sorry,
it.
he's already across. He gets pushed back
And
forward.
that'll do
Progress.
it. They'll call a timeout.
Scott, he gets him at the 44-yard line. He has the first down by 3 or 4 yards.
Right.
That is now going to be just draining the clock.
That's it.
Windham calls a timeout.
So Windham calls a timeout, and now it is a first down. So they have 2 more timeouts. So we're going to go back to that same thing. 2 plays, you get down to a minute.
Yeah.
You follow?
Yep.
Next play, you burn 35 seconds.
All of it.
All the 35. You could even take a penalty.
Sure.
Okay? And now you're going to be giving them the ball. Worst
Deep
case
in their
scenario, really deep in their zone with 25 seconds. So
Right. And you just hope there's no big run back
Right.
play. You
Here-
hit it to a gap.
right now, I know this sounds kind of cliche, but it's hold on to the ball.
Right. 1:12 remaining here in Windham. Your Grizzlies lead by 4. 18-14 is the actual score against the Jaguars.
And if you're Windham, you're telling your defense you got to go for the strip, and that's so that means you might give up more yards on the tackle, but you got to go for the strip. And you'll
Picard maybe picks up one on the
see
play.
another timeout. So that was a quick one.
Yep,
that was
yep.
only like 4 or
6
5
seconds were off the clock.
Right, 6. So it's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
It's about 6 seconds of running play.
Yep. So now they're down to one timeout.
They'll have
for
one
the Jaguars.
timeout. So they'll run the ball again. It'll go down to 1 minute.
I don't think they have anything left.
They will have one more timeout. They have one more timeout to go.
Really?
Yes.
They got one more.
They have one more to go.
Jaguars have one more timeout.
Jaguars have one more
the
timeout.
Grizzlies called a timeout earlier.
It was the Goffstown that called a timeout before. At 1 minute and 18 seconds, Goffstown called a timeout because they wanted to reduce the clock as far as they can. And so they'll run the ball again. The clock will go down to about a minute. There'll be another running play. It'll go down probably to about 25 seconds. What my prediction
All
will
right.
be.
Yeah,
Goffstown will then call another timeout.
Gross-Radamus hasn't been wrong. Scott, it's actually warming up and the sun
It
might be
is.
coming out. Oh, DeChico got there quick.
Yeah.
Is that a flag?
So now they can't call any timeouts now.
No, and it's at 55 seconds right now. And so this pretty much is going to do it, Scott. This third down.
Oh, so they don't have any more timeouts. Maybe you're right. You are right.
Yep. They're going
Actually, I don't like this.
We're going to have to run a play.
I don't like snaps, by the way.
So just down the ball. There you go. Now the game's over. 35 seconds exactly.
No, they blew it, I think.
No, they just no.
Oh, it is. It's over. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to wrap things up
All
here.
right.
Grizzlies get the visiting travel win against the Jaguars, who are now 0-2. They find themselves in a precarious situation moving forward. Grizzlies are now 2-0.
So who's our players of the game on this for today?
Um,
And do we want to interview? We have really don't. I think we want to. You don't want to? Alan, you haven't done one.
yeah, that's all right.
You
can do
sure?
it. Yeah.
So who would you say are the players? Hanault, definitely. Jared Hanault.
Hanault, yeah, I mean, it's easy to go with the
Yeah.
quarterback. There weren't many big pass
I'd
plays.
say Picard. Picard had
Picard
one of
had
the
a good
biggest.
game.
Yeah, he had a great game.
And how about Picard and how about the Pinard, the kicker? I thought he did an excellent job.
Yeah. Okay.
When does a kicker get any press?
All right. Well, I'll try to go down and interview some of the guys. Take care. All right, we're here with Kyle Pinard. We don't often have a kicker, but a couple of things. You got a great field goal, which kind of changed some momentum, gave Goffstown a little bit of a cushion. You know, what goes through your mind when you go out there?
When I go out there, it's kind of nerve-wracking, honestly, because the spotlight's basically on me. So I try to take a deep breath before I go every time and do what I can.
You know, we noticed that Goffstown had a clear advantage in the kicking game today. You had one kickoff that went right through the end zone, and honestly, it looked like Windham, on the other hand, didn't look like they had a really strong kicking game. So you were definitely an X factor in today's game. Well, how do you mentally prepare for this stuff?
Honestly, between warm-ups and then psyching myself up from the touchdowns that our teammates get, it's exciting. It gets me full of energy.
All right. Well, good job on those kickoffs. Great field goal.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we're here with Marcus Rush. Marcus, no doubt that the lines definitely had a major impact on the victory today. Looked like the team struggled in that first quarter. I know Antonio went down.
Yep.
What changed? Looked like your psyche and the team, you guys seemed down, and then after that second quarter forward, you guys were pushing the ball.
It's all about working together. We worked all week for this. Even if one teammate goes down, we have another people coming in, and it's all about working together. It's not one person making all the plays. It's teamwork.
Now, was there any strategy that the coaches talked to you about at halftime? It just looked like you were pushing Windham off the ball 3-4 yards, and there was so much space that was created by the offensive line, particularly, it looked like it was on the right side that we kept on going to.
Yeah.
But talk to me about that. What changed?
We were just missing one block in the first half, and once we got that one block down, we were all set to go.
All right. So there's no way that someone like the running backs and Hanault and Picard, they can't do it without you guys, and I think they know that. We know that when we call these games. The hard part for us, quite honestly, is that we can't always see that little number from 100 yards away. So a lot of times we know who the running back is, but you got to know that up in the press box when we call these games, we know the hard work that the offensive and defensive lines put in to all these games. But great game, Marcus.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. All right, we're here with Zach Picard. I thought you had the play of the game. There was one where I think it was like a third down, and it was kind of for a really important first down. And you got it. I thought you were stopped in the backfield for like a 2 or 3 yard loss. Your legs kept on driving. I thought you were the difference maker today, to be honest with you. You had so many opportunities where they could have tackled you. What are you doing? How do you do it, basically?
I just think first down. I just keep running.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
My team. I just need to get that first down. They're relying on me to get it.
Yeah, and it was so talk to me about Windham. It looked like they had your number in that first quarter to a degree, and then I think it was probably much halfway through the second quarter, and definitely in the second half, the offensive line changed things up in terms of there was a lot more holes.
Yeah.
It looked like to us, did the formations change at all? Does it look like there was more holes, especially on the option for Jarrett to exploit?
Our formation on offense didn't change at all. We found plays that worked well, and I think their defense just got tired and we made holes.
Yeah, and I think your second effort, and again, we talk about it. We haven't seen too many running backs that with your heart and just your desire to get first downs. And I think it's been at least 5 or 6 plays in the 2 games that we have seen where I thought you were going to get tackled and you ended up getting like even a 3, 4, 5 yard gain. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep up the hard work. Appreciate it. All right, we're here with Jared Hinault. Really big win here in Windham. And, I was talking to your coach earlier this week, and I said, this is a must game.
Yeah.
You've got one of the toughest schedules around. You're going to be playing some really tough teams coming up in Bedford. You're playing Salem and Londonderry, arguably top 3 teams in the state that you're playing this year. You got to win games like this if you have any chance. It looked like you guys were kind of down and out in that first half. What changed?
O-line just started pushing. We worked all week in practice about just board drill, pushing people, and that's what we did. It started there.
Do you think that your play on defense helps you on offense? And I say that because you are so tough as a quarterback. It's like almost having a fullback back there with the ability to run. Does that help you, knowing that you like to take a hit and you like to deliver a hit? It seems like.
Yeah. Clearly, toughness helps a little bit. It just helps me find holes and gaps and stuff. Like for design plays, I got to run in a certain area, but most of the time I just cut back and I move because I know what the defense is going to do, especially them running man.
Any plays obviously you had an interception there, but anything that you wish you had back or
had back? I probably wish I would have set my feet more throwing. Maybe looked at my second progression besides just first one. Maybe relying too much on playmakers like Caden. Like he helped me a lot last week. Maybe I got to move on to other people.
Yeah. All right. We had a great game, great victory. Good luck next week against Bedford.